Hello, wherever you are, welcome to the FLON Vibes.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is where
Hello, this is FLON Vibes. This is where we give you the naked truth. This is where we give you all the gists, the trending issues that you need to hear. This is where we make you laugh. Sometimes we make you cry, and sometimes we make you think twice before you do what you are about to do. Welcome to FLON Vibes, and this episode is going to be very interesting because we are going to be discussing very important issues that you would enjoy. And if you enjoy, please drop a comment under this video. Follow us on all social media handles, on X, formerly Twitter, on Facebook, and on YouTube. FLON Vibes. Look for us and follow us. Today we have our usuals. The same people who talk to you and you will enjoy. My name is Otobong Billy. If you want to tease me, call me OT Billy, OTY. But like my friend for the love would like to say, if you want to write a check, please use Otobong Billy. Godwin is here for the love.
well, I know they're happy, I beg.
Why are you not happy?
They're happy. see, Nigerians, well, let me start by saying Super Eagles. You guys did us well. I know one of my very friend that is watching me right now. He realized that she just, as I just mentioned Super Eagles, he realized that she just cut my neck through away because she will put all her hope, her trust in that particular match. I swear, that match.
Thank God she no die.
No,
exactly.
But the truth is that the Super Eagles gave their very best. The technical crew were up and running. Nobody gave them a chance to go in that far. I think the coach, Pesero, was given a semi-final target, and he surpassed that. Yeah. The guys did well. We are not discussing sport here, but as a Nigerian, as a passionate fan of the Super Eagles, I have to use this platform for the love of Nigeria, FLON Vibes, to wish you guys to say congratulations for emerging second. How many African countries attended? We did well. A lot of Nigerians are bashing Iwobi, saying Iwobi was lost, was consumed in the midfield. Some were saying our guys didn't come to the party and all of that. As a footballer myself, who, of course, I've won a lot of trophies, you know.
Yeah, you won a lot of trophies.
I know how it is. I know how it is, you know, playing especially in the final of a tournament. Having won last year, 2023, I won 3 trophies. So.
Really?
3
You're
trophies.
going to brag. Bring down your shoulder.
So,
all right.
So I know what it means. So for Super Eagles not to clinch that very important AFCON trophy of 2023, I understand how it feels. But for Nigerians, please cut them some slack. Those guys did well.
Let's celebrate them.
Let's
Celebrate them. We have Maria.
Hi guys, I really want to say that we should stop with the online trolling. It will be his mental health. I heard
it matters.
He wiped his Instagram page.
That's right.
Please, that's not a good sign. So guys, please let's really tone it down. We can continue with Ghana though.
Yes, so Nigeria and Ghana has always been Nigeria and Ghana are like twins, and I think I like the vibes that Nigeria and Ghana gives to each other.
Yes.
And I said this before, that this is an opportunity for the leadership of the two countries to see how they can open up both borders for business to thrive in the two countries. Because in Africa, Nigeria has become like the senior brother to Ghana.
Somebody said that.
Ghana has become like the younger brother to Nigeria. So if anything happens to Nigeria, Ghana will laugh. If Nigeria happens to Ghana, Nigeria will just laugh them.
But
so
I think there was another country. There's a girl on social media. A comment. The girl said, "But what's this vibe between Nigeria and Ghana? It's like they are the only two countries."
I'm telling you, in Africa,
like they're jealous of the bond.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, there was a time Kenya actually wanted to enter the vibe. But you know, the vibe thing no work for them too much.
And then Senegal with the jollof
Yeah.
rice.
Yes.
Like no.
So,
No.
God Pikin, you were about telling us your name.
Yes.
So we can sign a check.
Of course. Yes, so OT bills, they know the sign check again. This is not transfer. So if you want to transfer money to me, my name is God Pikin, and of course, this is where we dey always talk the truth. Truth we know wear cloth. FLON vibes.
Thank
Welcome.
you. Yes. It was looking like we were going to talk about football. But if they talk about football, I'll be quiet. And I don't want to be quiet. So today we are going to talk about a topic I will be actively involved. So you guys don't use football.
No, but football also supports love. Football is about unity and
Okay,
love, of
so
course.
today we are going in the spirit of love. In the February, it's you guys say Valentine's. I'm not really a fan of that, but let's talk about love. Today we are going to talk about love. We are going to talk about courtship. We are going to talk about marriage. We are going to talk about heartbreak, because I know that God Pikin has had heartbreaks. We are going to
Do
talk
I
about.
even know the meaning of heartbreak?
You are going to know. We are going to talk about.
Yes, I mean.
We are also going to talk about breakups, because heartbreak and breakup. We are going to talk about it. We are going to gist that. We are also going to talk about what men and women should do while getting married.
And while leaving the marriage.
Yes, and what you should consider while thinking of a divorce. So we are going to talk about that. So I would like to ask, for the love, what do you know about love? Have you been heartbroken before? Let's start from there.
This is see how to work. Just set me up. How you go start? With
Let's
this-
start
with
from there.
this- with
Have you
this-
broken someone's heart?
with this love matter.
Yes, for the love.
But anyways, like we all know, this is a season of love. This
Yes.
is Valentine period. We're in Valentine's Day, even though I think I forgot my red.
We're not wearing red.
No, the
this-
day hasn't yet come upon us.
It is. It's here. And but I have red here before me.
We have
that's
something.
orange.
That's orange.
No, there's
Yes.
red and orange.
But for me, in my eye, that is red.
Yeah, that's right.
In
So-
a man's eye, that's red.
So I think a lot of people talk about Valentine, and most people don't really know what Valentine is all about, or how it started, and what gave birth to the name Valentine, or to the nomenclature, if you wish, Valentine. And I think it's important to look at it from that perspective.
Apparently, a priest died or was imprisoned for wedding a couple, even though there was a decree of some sort that
he
there
said
should be no wedding,
Yes.
or
no
something
wedding.
like that.
But
I
he was the
think
one
what-
that did
Yeah, he
surreptitiously.
celebrated.
No, he
yes,
surreptitiously
yes.
married his
No.
long-time lover.
No. He celebrated. Oh, I think the story that he celebrated. He was a priest that wedded
people, couple.
Even
When at that time they say
yes,
no.
there was no
Yeah.
So they
wedding.
consider that as a treason.
Yes, and
Yeah.
they imprisoned
And
him.
he was imprisoned.
And then apparently he wrote a letter and signed "Love Your Valentine" or something like
love
that.
you.
See,
Okay.
I don't really know much about this because
So
as
what
a
if-
girl that I am, I've never celebrated.
Okay, so if not, what you tell
Oh.
us?
That's the truth. I've never
Wow.
ever celebrated Valentine's.
Wow.
Same
Is
thing with
it
me.
no? Is it same thing?
I've never celebrated Valentine.
I don't
Who are
know,
those-
and it has never been
That brings
interesting
to the question: who are those to celebrate Valentine's? Because when somebody hears you say, "I've never celebrated," the next thing is someone would think you don't have a boyfriend, you don't have
Okay,
a
so-
husband, you don't have a
So
girlfriend.
Oti does celebrate. Make us speak pidgin now. To celebrate Valentine means say you get boyfriend and girlfriend.
That is-
Valentine.
that is
Valentine.
why I think the point
Valentine
is-
na about boyfriend and girlfriend.
No, on that day you do something special for
To
the
show
one
love.
that the one you love.
Okay.
Or show love, not just for the one that you love.
You
I mean,
love.
people go to orphanages
Yes.
and people on the streets and stuff like that. But
But-
for me, I have never done any overt act of any kind
Okay,
to
so
celebrate.
Do
Valentine's.
you have a reason for that?
It's never been an interest
thing.
to me.
Just
it's
like
never
me.
been a thing for me. I don't.
okay,
know.
so she just
whether I
says.
am in a relationship or not
Or
in a
not,
relationship at
it
that
doesn't
time,
matter.
I've
Okay,
never
so you just see
been-
February 14 as normal day where every other
I go
person.
to I think I have an interview. I go to work. I do stuff, but I've never really been into it.
Okay. That said, God Pikin, have
Yeah.
you been heartbroken before? Let's talk about love. Let's leave Valentine. let's talk about love generally.
Okay, so love.
Have you been heartbroken? You've broken someone's heart.
Okay, make I first of all, make I know wetin be
Love.
no, make I know what you mean by heartbroken or to break person heart.
Okay. Someone has made you sober
here
in a
we go.
relationship. Just imagine, in a relationship,
Yeah.
someone has done an act that would make you sober, make you feel bad, make you feel
Hurt.
like hurt, yes. And you've also done same to someone.
Okay, so make I help you out about myself. Why I know they like use those words like break person heart or heartbroken is because I developed myself so much to the level where I know they allow my emotions so much on things. Even if I love that thing so much, I sabi control emotions very well.
This is something you developed,
know-
or you're
yes,
just naturally
no,
that inclined.
No. I developed myself so much that if we dey into relationship, the relationship end. It don't end the same way we take start am.
Well, are you telling me that if the relationship ends, you've never gone back to lie down on your bed and think about it and feel pained that you've lost this person?
Something.
Okay, now not be say when I say okay.
Heartbreak doesn't have to be disaster.
Okay, now I know, but when you say heartbreak and then okay, me and this girl been day together and then at some point we notice this thing no dey work and then she go away, me I go my way. I'll go find somewhere, take a bottle of soft drink.
God picking you the lie.
I dey talk true.
You dey lie.
I try to talk no.
You dey lie.
No, that's true.
I like it when a man confirms that you will be heartbroken. Because he's a four-hard man. I like it.
Me and you know this matter now.
No,
they talk
I
like
don't
this.
no, see, the relationship don't end.
Okay,
So
now,
what
no.
what
Hold
is
your
there for
thought.
heart
Hold your
inside
thought.
there?
Hold
So
your
you
thought.
don't feel any kind of
Maria, ma even ask
regrets
Sam. Ma
or
ask Sam this question. You said you have developed your mind.
Yes.
Meaning something happened
Exactly.
to
Something
cause you
happened
to develop
That's
your
why I
mind.
asked,
She
were you
asked you,
naturally
it was
inclined like
natural.
that?
Yeah.
So answer
now
that
see-
question.
Okay, now see,
We dey see.
okay, so see, I grew this way where no matter that's why even when like we use football do example now we just say people get
When
this
leave
kind of
football,
emotion
talk
say
about your
person they
love.
die because you lose match.
Yes.
Person die. I dey imagine how it works.
That is how inclined
Yes.
the person is.
Now I got to imagine say okay, me and this girl we've been in relationship and at some point the thing no work again. For me, I believe it is better say we separate than make one person come die inside the relationship. And so I know they want to believe in the issue of heartbreak or bother myself too much
Okay,
with
I want
heartbreak.
to ask.
The relationship don't end, it don't end.
I want to ask for
And
the
then we
love.
move on.
For the love, what if you love someone passionately, and in a relationship you love someone passionately, and then you now find out that the person is probably cheating on you, and you've seen this and you've had proof. Wouldn't you be heartbroken? Can't that be defined as being heartbroken?
OTBLs, you don't need to belabor yourself on this particular
you sound like a
question.
lover man already.
But it's true. The truth is this: if you have invested your emotions
In something.
in something,
Yeah.
Come on.
Like in
And
your
then-
emotions.
God, if you allow me to, you say you know get heartbreak.
What's your name?
Me will get heartbreak. Make I talk.
Okay,
Make sure you grab. So you've invested your emotions on something. Let me not just say something on a lover, a person you love. Your time while walking, while sleeping, while eating, you are thinking about this person. You want the person to be happy. Now, when I say person, it can be between
But
Man and woman.
both gender. Now, and all of a sudden, boom, you can't discover that the person don't cheat on you. Now, all this while where they profess give them, say you love her, you can't do without her. You'll be there for her and all of this. It come mean say she don't throw all these better promises, so even the promise give them into the recycle bin.
yes.
Where you're not supposed to be.
They no even reason you at
You
all.
know even
No
reason
reason.
you
More
are
than
so-
one way they talk. You
Now-
dey
Yeah.
talk to
Now,
yourself.
sure you understand what I try talk. Now, how you feel? Say now, why you dey see where so many people they commit suicide? Some they enter into depression. They don't feel come.
Exactly.
Some fit waka for road.
Their
Things-
mind no dey.
their mind
No
dey
be the
there.
expenses where you make the pain you.
No be expensive. See, bro, if, bro,
The emotion.
I can tell you, God became. Ma tell you say now you love pass. for all of us to sit down here, now you
Because
love
now
pass.
this one's when they do
Some people wey be like say
touch them.
they know them be jagaban for this
Na
thing.
them o.
Now then we pass
them
when
go
it comes to
cry.
this
Oh, fine
matter.
now.
So I think for me, I don't pray for it
Yeah.
because I won't be able to stand it.
Oh wow.
I won't be able to stand it. When I'm in love.
Mr. Lover.
When I'm in love,
You're in love.
Mr. Lover.
I love completely.
I'm telling you.
When I'm out
Out of love, you're out
out.
completely.
Okay,
Now what happens?
talk about
Why
that.
was the attention
I
being
know,
on me?
because-
Talk about
Now,
that.
this is a
What
bit
does
long.
it actually mean to love?
Maria, you're not going to escape my question because I asked everyone. I said, have you been heartbroken or you
Yeah.
broken
Of
someone's
course.
heart?
Maria, how many times?
How many times?
Yes.
Like, what is it?
How many times?
Wait, let's have first answer before we know the how many times.
Well,
Maria,
I have been heartbroken. Yeah.
you have been.
Yes, she's
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know if I've ever broken anybody's heart.
Oh, wow.
You may
Okay,
not
no, yes,
know.
You may
I
not
know.
remember, you feel
I
drum
know,
unintentionally.
I know. Even as I talk, I don't remember.
Oh, you don't break person's heart.
The person here,
The
you
person
like
is
you.
watching. Please forgive
Well,
and forget.
Yes, forgive Maria.
I don't
please.
know if this person can forgive you.
Maria, now so the thing hard. Wait, Maria, tell us the story.
No. Let me not put it on the spot.
God, why won't hear person's
But
story?
well, I
Yeah.
have been heartbroken,
Okay.
and I know that it's not an illusion. I felt real physical pain, like your heart will hurt the way you would have a headache or a stomach ache. It's hurting. You are feeling the pain. When they say I'm heartbroken, it will feel like it is like somebody holds.
Sometimes you
and
can't even
break
explain.
it.
Virtue
And
has
you-
gone out of you.
Yeah.
You can't even put it into words.
Yeah.
So yes, I have been heartbroken.
Okay, so how did okay?
No, God begin with.
Uh-huh.
And you've also broken somebody's heart.
Yes. How did you
Well,
feel when
yeah.
you break the person's heart? How you
The
feel?
truth is this: when me breaking someone's heart was because
no,
I
man.
was heartbroken.
Okay.
Okay,
After
so
I
1-1.
was
You find another
heartbroken-
man.
No,
You find person
no,
to.
no, hold up.
Hold it.
So what happened? I was heartbroken, and at that time, I did not feel the capacity to love.
Okay.
I just couldn't. And this person wanted, I dare say so desperately, to love and be loved by me. And
Okay.
I could not.
Oh, I'm seeing
And
love
I
in your
told
eyes,
him-
man.
But you just
And I
make you do
told
trial
him
by
so.
error.
No, yes, I
You
tried.
enter. You say make you
I'm
enter.
like, okay, let me try.
Try.
And the more I tried, the more it just wasn't flowing naturally.
yeah.
I'd been in love before. I know the emotion I gave out before. At this time around, I was holding back. I just couldn't get into it.
But the guy been they
And
give you.
I
Why you not
told
agree?
him-
Agree.
I
At least
don't
even
know.
at 30%.
I just had-
Wait.
I just had this thought that it will spoil. I don't know. Having come from where I came from, like
Yes.
if it spoils, so why I can't do this again. It was more like I don't want to go back to that pain. I tell you, it was physical, actual pain. I did not want to experience it again, so I couldn't put myself into it. And he was hurt, of course, because I had to tell him, like, guy, I
No do.
can't. I can't.
After I don't chop him money, finish.
I'm not chopping money.
Okay, now you give them. You spend for her.
Come on. It was an honest, analysis of how I was feeling at the
How
time.
long did this last?
It was for about 2 months.
2 months. That 2 months. Tell us waiting and what you even enjoy inside that 2
yes.
months.
Why are we talking
No, that brings us back to what people do for love. You know, there
Yeah.
was a song that trended some time ago. I be mumu for love. That song that was very funny, but I know a lot of my media house actually played it. I be mumu for life. Let's talk about what people do for love. People do crazy things for love.
Exactly.
That when you listen to what they say, you're like, were you in your normal sense or were you under a spell? Like people take a whole school fee to pay for a woman, or people do a lot of things. What are the crazy things you've done in the name of love? Or maybe even if you've not done, I know God picking will say he has not done.
No, I have. And that particular, that particular one, I don't do them. Yeah.
Okay, so tell us.
Okay, so I know the one make people know say I dey travel, go see babe. So I don't wear boxer and bedroom slippers with singlet, enter bus from Benin to Warri.
Is this a joke?
Wow.
Telling you.
Wow.
Wait, what?
See, person was saying that.
Why was it an affair? Why didn't you want people to know that you're traveling to Ghana?
Because I dey come up for house go, I know say they come back that same day. So to dress,
Okay.
they begin the.
They will just say you just want singlet.
Yeah, saying just stroll out. I move, reach park.
How old were you?
I not finish secondary. I not finish secondary school.
So within what age?
Around 20.
No, you're not up to it. You're not up to 20.
No, I never enter university. I said I don't reach 20, but I see the. Do you understand now? I don't reach 20. So from Benin, I enter bus with slippers. People they look for motor. Which guy waka be this? Now when I come down for Warri, now I find somewhere buy trouser, buy t-shirt, wear, go block the vessel at 1 block. As I come back, reach Benin, find one corner, pull the cloth, wear my boxer, enter house, back.
Wait. Okay, when you say you didn't want, you were living with your parents and you didn't want your parents
Yeah,
to know when you're
to know.
Okay,
I'm going far.
Because if you dress well,
Yes.
they'll be
They will say,
So where the travel go, you know?
So where is the girl?
That one na story na.
Hey, that was the heartbreak.
No, well, I don't
Who
know.
Maybe na she do
Okay,
make you
no,
develop
at that point,
anti-heartbreak
distance come happen because me, I no begin to stay one place, begin to move around, they travel from one place to the other.
Still in search of more.
No, and at some point, you know, when we go enter school now, everybody just begin move on. That's how. But that now one crazy thing what I don't do for person wey I really love.
For the love.
Yes, for say
For the
traveling.
love.
But if you talk of
What?
financially, I don't do plenty things. Just like OT been talk. Say if I love her, I fit give everything and just go back empty-handed. Do you understand for love?
Lover boy.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So imagine if the person now come go prefer another person.
That's where I said it means it wasn't meant to be. We
So
move
you just
on.
move
Just
on
take
and
out.
Yes.
Take out like that,
Wow.
move on.
For
We
the
move
love. What have you done? What crazy thing have you done?
well, for me, some of the craziest things we've done for love is just to love. It's just to love to fault. It's just to love to a fault. And you see, love.
Like the one I do, I was at fault.
Love covers everything. You know, when you're in love, when you love,
Yeah.
there is no boundary, there is no barrier. Is endless, is limitless. You can go any extent to ensuring that your partner is happy. You can do anything. This one we talk say travel now. That one a small thing now. People don't travel. Like people don't travel.
Travel.
Sense of
Travel,
traveling.
yeah.
You know, to go see babe. You know, people don't do.
You
things.
go see another person for inside the house.
You understand?
Ew.
So a lot of things don't happen. You're only if you enter bus, maybe you enter flight now.
Oh.
From then I was serving in Lagos State,
Okay.
NYC. You still want to hear my story? So as you keep your
The
ear.
way they smile like they don't prepare to tell the story.
Yeah.
It makes the story will be interesting.
Yes, tell us.
Should I say it? Yeah. Okay.
Say it.
Let me say it. There is this first name anyway. Is the first name?
But I hope it doesn't remind you of her and then you start going to look for her.
No, why
Why
not?
not?
Of
Come
course,
on.
they still be
Come on,
friends.
No, there's this lady I met while I was in year 2, University of Calabar then. Rita, you know, we now we were in love.
So where's Rita now?
Wait now, tell the story.
We don't know.
So I think we stayed together till I went for saving. I left for savings.
When I stay for the same house from year 2.
She
Are you
gets
going to
her
let
house.
him tell the
Okay,
story?
I go
or not?
cut my story. Now you will go pay. No be So she had a place. I had my place.
Okay.
But because of how strong the love was, she was always staying in my place.
Now constant student marriage.
So, so are they emotional? now?
It's emotional. It's emotional.
so I don't know.
Don't cry.
Don't
I like
cry.
it
feel
when
like
men are
crying.
able to be
I feel
this
like crying,
emotional.
And if you allow me to say this story, I'll cry.
No, cry. We want to see your tears.
happy.
It's the
Should be
season
so
of
happy
love.
watching
So
this.
they-
The season of love.
Right.
Yes.
We want her to
Yeah.
know that.
Yes, if it's right.
Yes. Rita, wherever you are. Rita, wherever you are. We have FLON vibes. They're still crying on your behalf.
We are not going to hear this story. We hear it in the next episode. So, keep up, eh?
Okay, so let's move fast. I want us to talk
Vanusha,
about
don't crazy things.
what people should do, during planning for marriages. A lot of people say that women plan for the ceremony. That is why immediately after the wedding, everything just falls. 3 months after, they are calling for divorce.
But is that
and
true?
Everything. So what should we
The
consider?
statistics show that.
Yes.
That is true.
Yes.
Okay.
So
What should we do while planning for marriage? Are we planning for the wedding ceremony or?
You've actually said it in the course of asking the question. Are we planning for a marriage or we are planning for a wedding ceremony? So I think that people, I don't mean to be a buzzkill, but people should love with their hearts and think with their heads.
Okay.
Women should love with their hearts and think with their heads.
Mhm.
Men too.
Exactly.
Because I've heard one too many times when women come back to say, oh, they gave it their all and they're living with nothing, and then they want
Said after all I've done for you.
exactly, and they're living with nothing, and then they want some miracle to happen to return them back to status quo. It won't happen. You can't eat your cake and have it. Even the lawyers will not be able to help you because there are certain things that need to be in place for you to be able to take something out. You haven't married a man in the proper sense of the word, and you're building a house together. And see, I know it is love, but please apply some sense to it. Get some paperwork done. Whatever you want to do to secure yourself. Too many women have been left homeless, penniless, and everything less because they did not lay the proper steps before getting into a relationship or marriage or whatever. So I think that to each his own. Everybody has their own, I don't know, but just think with your head. Think about the legal things you should do.
Yeah.
Really.
Okay.
Think about the legal things you should do before getting into marriage.
All right. You're still watching FLON Vibes, and this question I want to direct it to for the love. You've been married, and I want to know the things you considered before getting married. Like Maria talked about thinking legally and all of that, the consequences afterwards. Are there things that you've done? Because I know some guys will say, why are you asking for court marriage? Are you planning to divorce me? Because the notion is that court marriage is when you now divorce, you should share things. So do you have any reservation about court marriages, or in case of any issue, which I know there will be no issue, what were the things you thought about legally before getting married?
Before I respond to that, Maria, I think I would like you to help me with this question. Now, a lot of ladies or women struggle. They don't really understand the differences between court marriage and the normal marriage.
Right.
Now, at what point can a lady claim full
marital
right.
I think we should even
rights.
ask, why should we do court marriage?
No, I, this is important because a lady asked me, said, I did just traditional marriage and then church marriage, but my in-laws are really threatening. They are saying whatever happens, I don't have the full right. If anything happens, since we didn't do court marriage, if anything happens, I don't have any right. It is only when you guys did court marriage that you can claim and all of that. So please, can you educate our people?
You know what? Let's just say that Africans that we are, and then as a result of colonization, we imbibed a lot of things. But you don't need to do traditional marriage, church wedding,
court marriage.
Like, what are you doing?
That's right.
That issue. Traditional marriage is a full
And
complete
covenant. They say they take blood.
and complete marriage in itself. It's just that people need to recognize that the mode of or the method, let me put it that way, the type of marriage you chose to celebrate is there are rules, governing, yes, thank you, that type of marriage. So if you marry traditionally, you know that your husband can decide to take a second wife, and you don't have any way of stopping him. If you marry in court, you know that it's only you, and you can't be married to more than one person at a time. And then the laws governing things like divorce and sharing of property and all of those things, it depends on the type of marriage. So if you marry in a church, you are marrying in a church because you're Christian.
Yeah.
If you go to,
but is that
I
not
hope I do not.
duplication?
No, it's
because if you don't do traditional marriage, you can't go do the church marriage. Not the duplication with that.
I've already said that you don't need to do all of them.
Yes.
One is complete in itself.
Yes.
But it's just that there are different rules that apply.
But you can't do the church without going to pay bride price. The tradition.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yes.
If you go to church, a church most likely will ask you, because we don't live in the utopia, we live in Africa, where there are certain things that apply. That will ask you, oh, have you done the traditional things that you are supposed to do? And then the church, you would say yes or no. And the same thing with even the courts. The courts will need a written consent from your father.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? To show that your father, because we live here, has given you out in marriage. But you don't need to do all three for it to be a complete marriage.
Maria, don't forget the question.
I won't forget the question. So now, a church marriage, it depends on the church. There are certain churches that are licensed place of marriage. There are certain churches that are not. I hope I do not mention anybody's church. But assuming that your church is True Light of God, Mount Zion Kingdom Catholic Church, do you get? Please find out if True Light of Church, Mount Zion Catholic Church is a licensed place of marriage before you go and wed there. And then expect that you would have the full entitlements of marriage. Okay. It will shock you when, for whatever reason, you want to divorce or whatever, and they ask you bring out your marriage certificate. You go and bring True Light of God, Mount Zion Light Catholic Church.
And it is not known.
It's
nobody will recognize that. Do you get? For legal purposes, it's not working. That is why people that know that their churches are not licensed places of marriage still go to court. So that their marriage will be legal and binding.
But I was at the same question I was asking them for the love. I was saying, do people have reservations for court marriages? Because there is this notion that when once a woman mentions court marriage, the man, if the man had money, would think, oh, so that one day you will run out. Why should we do court marriage?
Obviously, I think we as a people are getting it wrong. Because if you look at it from time immemorial, all these things were not there. I'm talking about our forefathers. They were not there. It's just get your wife and then you are good to go. You start producing, reproducing and all of that. But today, the world has changed. We're in the 21st century. Things are done differently. And the internet era is also blowing up some stuff. Where ladies are really giving so many consideration before going into this institution. For instance, several cases abound where the man is rich, get married to a lady who is just an average person, and then automatically, by the influence of the man's wealth, she's also rich. Now, something happened along the line. The man, dies, and then family members come in and send the lady packing with no benefits, with no rights, all the years in the marriage gone. That is exactly why.
How do you send a woman packing from her house?
It's happening.
You sound like you don't know these things.
No, but that is wrong.
It's happening.
We agree it's wrong, but it's happening.
It's happening. So that's exactly why ladies now really consider court marriage as priority.
To protect
the children, to protect themselves and to protect their future.
Yes.
You
Doesn't
understand
the
what I'm
court
talking about?
marriage protect the man too in the case of the
Yes, it
demise
does.
of-
Protect
It's a two-way-
everybody.
It's a two-way
Okay.
thing.
It's a
But
two-way
you notice that it is men that dies earlier than the wives. We don't know. The statistics are there.
No, but
Statistics
because
shows
the pressure that the man
pressure,
faces, the
the
stress.
pressure, the stress,
Yes.
everything.
And
But
the
you know,
societal stereotypes that demand that you guys shouldn't ask for help.
well, I wouldn't know, but I'm
Yeah.
saying I'm going
Yes.
based on statistics
Yeah.
that you have more husbands
Dying fast.
dying faster than the wives, and then the wives are happy because they are going to sit back.
Don't-
No, I'm
that's very
saying
presumptuous.
some wives are happy because they know they have a lot to fall back to and become the law.
no,
of-
not
of-
like
of-
they're
of the
happy.
house.
Hold
They're
on.
not happy. No,
No, it's left
They're
for you
not-
to argue.
they're not
Argue on
happy.
your timeline.
They're not happy. They're just a loss is a loss. Nobody is happy about any loss. They're just comforted that they have something to fall back on. They're not happy. So that's
they are comforted.
not like
But it's
who would be
Yes.
happy.
I mean, you don't want to be husbandless, penniless, and broke.
I'm broke at the same time. So if you
So-
turn back
so-
and there are things for you to continue your life with, that's comforting enough.
Don't also forget, God became he has an experience. Yeah,
Okay,
you have an experience, a life experience.
Yeah, that experience is a situation where the woman left. Okay,
Which woman is
they
that?
both separated.
Which woman?
This man and the wife separated for
Who
about
be
10
the
years.
man and the
No, I
woman?
may not really want to begin to mention names. Okay,
This man.
yeah. So
I
the
wanted you to say me, myself, and my wife.
okay, they separated for about 10 years.
Okay.
Now the woman has 4 daughters. The man has 4 daughters, and then after the man's death, it wasn't up to 1 week. The woman wanted to come back. In the name of, she now wants to come and take care of the children. The children in this case are no longer children; they're now adults. So in that case, traditionally, it's not proper.
Wait, you said they separated.
Yes, they separated.
And okay, there's a difference between separated and divorced.
Now they
separated
separated.
or
They
they
did.
divorced?
They separated and divorced. They
No, you
all-
cannot say
they-
separated and
No,
divorced.
I
now.
think only court can decide
Yes,
separation and divorce.
yes.
But
Now,
they just did on their own.
They didn't do all that marriage people are talking about. They did traditional marriage, and that
Okay,
was
so they
all.
just went their
Yes,
separate
they just went
ways.
they just went their separate ways
Hold
for
on.
10 years.
There are divorce principles even
Yeah.
in traditional marriage. There
Okay.
are things you have to do to show that you are divorced.
Okay,
Did they
now,
divorce or not?
yes, they divorced. When you was asking of divorce now, I wasn't there.
Okay.
Now, the woman packed her things
And left
and
the
left the house for 10 years, sister. That will not be divorce.
If you ask me, they are still married.
Well,
Legally, they are
So
still
it-
married.
it's separation.
yes. Well,
Although
the woman. Well, at this point, the person that married her is no more.
Okay.
Do you understand?
That's the point.
Okay.
Yes. In 10 years, she didn't come back for reconciliation,
And then the man died.
and the man died. So who you won't come stay with now?
That's right.
Do you
She's
understand?
coming back as the wife.
Which wife?
And maybe the children now.
No.
This is, there's actually
at
a
this
law
point-
that
at
talks
this
about
point-
abandonment. When you
Yes.
abandon your home for a specified period of
Yes.
time, the law can presume you divorce.
Of course.
Okay.
Yes,
Nice
the
one.
law can presume you divorce.
Okay.
But I don't know if that applies for traditional marriages.
In fact, the traditional
Another
in the
thing.
traditional now depends on where you come from.
Yes,
Yes,
it
like
depends on the
where I
laws
come from.
governing-
In fact, if you as the woman use your hand, remove things for her.
Oh, that's done.
Do you
I know
understand?
A lot of places
Yes,
have that
you
law.
you can't easily just. In fact, those things you move that you can't even bring them back to the house.
Even if you reconcile.
Yes, you have to buy new things,
Wow.
and the man will not give you money to buy the new things.
But if the
You-
woman
it
comes
has-
back her old self, I think her things, she should come back with her things.
No,
No.
no, you have to buy new things, and you must use your money.
To
So what happened with this case? Did you
Okay,
guys
so
go
in this
back to
case,
the
in
house?
this case was that look, the woman has to go and meet the man's family, and then they listed things that she has to do traditionally if they must accept her back to the family.
You
But
know,
at
it sounds
the,
as if she's
but,
marrying his cop.
yes, but at
That's
this point, some elders in the family was like, "What's the need doing all this?" Because
He's dead.
the man don't die. What if they come back? The family can't do. I mean, don't worry, nobody's dragging your children with you. Nobody's
Was the man
dragging
rich?
anything.
Was he wealthy?
Yeah, averagely old side for Nigeria. I mean, it wasn't lacking anything.
All I
that
think
that brings us to this
Yeah.
next issue. People have been saying that a spouse who marries immediately the other person dies, they will now say, that man has been having an affair, or the woman.
So, but for how long is somebody supposed to?
Yes, when somebody dies, how long is there a specific time that you have to wait?
But that's where
because if you marry immediately as a woman, they'll say, hey, this is the man that
as a man
too.
But you know, that's where the emotion thing you could talk about comes in, because it gets some people at that point, they don't sabi do anything, so they always need somebody to help them take care of things.
So it could
be so you're marrying for somebody to help you take care of.
No, you don't get. Now you get this way we say they always need people around them.
Okay, I
do you
understand.
understand? People around them.
I was asking, is there a law that says you have to wait for 10 years before you marry, or 2 years?
There's no such
or it's
law.
left for you to decide?
You can marry whenever you want to marry, as long the only thing that binds you is if that person is alive, one way
or the other.
If that person is alive, then you are still legally married. But if that person is dead, then you are no longer married. There are also cases wherein, for instance, the person is missing, and the law presumes you. Sorry, I keep mentioning the law.
Yeah,
the
go
law
ahead.
presumes you dead after, is it 7 years?
7 years. Wow.
For 7 years, yes, the law can presume you dead.
So what if you now come back after?
If you come back,
you're dead.
You will dead.
Yeah, it goes.
And then I was relieved of the obligations of marriage to you.
Okay.
As soon as you were presumed dead. So you no longer need. So there are no laws to it. It depends.
You can marry the next day.
Individual preferences.
You can marry the next day.
So the only thing is the societal norms and
why not wait small?
That bind us. They were like, oh, you should have waited. Oh, you must have killed the spouse so that you can go and marry this other person and all of that. So no, people fall in love. There are people that always need to be in love.
Yes, that's where I was going on.
Yes, there are people that maybe they just is just one person for them, so they need a long time to get over it or whatever.
While you get other person's head already, they put eye down.
I don't imagine that there are any laws to it.
Yeah,
but I say societal need for a certain measure of time to make it look decent, or
okay, so I want to also ask question, because recently when we talk about marriage here, you also talk for law court, that's the court marriage where the man gets to marry just one wife at a point. We get recently for Nigeria here, a popular celebrity never officially divorced the other wife, but is living with another wife.
Not married.
Married, yes, married.
Hold up.
They're married legally.
Yes.
Are they married legally?
Yes, they married. The second wife now is married and living with him. I'm sure you all know the name.
When you say married and living,
yes,
is it in court legally?
Wait,
the
did he marry the first one?
Yes,
legally.
In fact, the man refused to sign
The
divorce paper. The man, for him, just believe he still loves the first wife, but look, he needed the second wife.
Are you sure
yes,
they married legally in court?
Yes.
Not
you all know this story.
Attend the marriage.
You all know this.
Attend the marriage.
I'm even thinking this second marriage, because even if she lives with him, the court will not say, okay, because you live with him, you are now married. So he could still be married to the first wife, but living with this woman, and then the court cannot do anything.
And we all presume that they are married.
But if this one them on social media where the two of them no longer are married. The two of them are no longer. For him, still wants the first wife to be a first wife. In fact, it is not the woman self. Not even the push say, "Ain't no one be first wife to anybody." You understand? Even recently,
we don't know the fact.
Yeah, recently we just said the man no agree sign the divorce paper. So in that situation now, waiting go fear happen.
Well, the thing about law is that if you don't pursue it, nobody will pursue it for you.
Okay.
That's the truth. But then again, about this specific set of persons, I don't know. We do not know.
Whether they do
what's going on there.
Yeah.
We don't know how the first marriage was contracted.
All right.
We don't know if there is a second marriage.
and all of that. Until it is proven, we are going to know what to do.
But the point I would like to really, really emphasize is earlier on you were asking about the things women should consider when they want to get married. They should consider not losing themselves. That is very important. Apart from doing all the legal things that you need to do to make sure that you're on a solid foundation, you should also think about not losing yourself. I've met a woman who said, I want to divorce this man, it's not working, the marriage is not good, he's beating me up and all of that, but she said she still wanted to remain in the house.
In the house.
And upon further inquiry, I'm like, I
is that
mean, I was
possible?
taken aback. I'm like,
How?
what exactly are you asking for here? And she said she has nowhere to go.
Wow.
Oh wow.
And that's the truth of so many women.
Yes, exactly.
Even those that are still in the marriage, the reason why they are still in the marriage is because they have nowhere to go.
No help.
And this man even wants to leave, but she has nowhere. So she's trying to find a way where she can still live in the house while at the same the two of them go to come out and go court for divorce proceeding together and then come back together. She has nowhere to go. So women, when you are falling in love,
Yeah.
please think about yourself. Think about your children, because I've also met people who the man says, I'm no longer taking care of the children, and then you are now forced. You could have taken care of your children without all the hassle of going backwards and forward, and then you have social media banter sometimes about this man is not taking care of his children. It's unhealthy for the mental health of the children. So women, please do not forget, don't lose yourself. Still do something to keep yourself going
Together. All right, women, do not lose yourself. We are rounding up, but I would like to, as we round up each of us, I want to ask for the love. You say that, you answer me, and then round up. You're not saying more. Do you believe in love at first sight?
But that's a very very
technical.
well, it depends on. It depends. Love at first sight.
Yeah.
Does it really work? I don't think it works. But I think it's work in progress. It's a gradual thing. When you see somebody, there's nothing wrong in you seeing somebody, admiring somebody, and then try to do a follow up.
Okay.
That cannot be defined as love at first sight, but maybe admiration for somebody, and then you get to follow up with the person, and then if it works out well,
Fine.
that is for the single guys, so not me like this. For
Hey,
people
Arita, sorry.
For people like David Townsend, you know, people like Kufre, Babio, you know, people like you know, they are much. So for people like that, I think love at first sight should be considered as maybe an introduction into what the future holds.
So
You see a lady, approach the lady, admire her, go to her, get a number, follow up, and then at the end of the day, something good might come out.
But be careful with the follow up. Yeah, you know there's
okay, so round up.
Okay.
Love at first sight. I agree with him. I believe that there is attraction at first sight, but love is I think the only person that loved us at first sight is Jesus. He didn't even see us and
He didn't see us and he loved us.
So yes. So other than that, for humans, because the more you get to know a person, the more you will discover things.
That's right.
And you have to decide if you're going to still keep
Absolutely.
loving them in
Absolutely.
the midst of all
Exactly.
of that, or if you're going to back out of it. So there's strong attraction at first sight, but love is a deeper thing.
That's right.
God picking.
Yes, if you say love at first sight, well, just like the other two speakers don't talk, you feel just see person and they're attracted to, oh wow, I like the way this person appear. At that point, you never even talk with the person. You never talk with them to know whether this person has your kind of values, whether this person get the kind of things, whether this person like me now, I like somebody if he hold down discussion, so you never know whether the lady now this kind of lady if it's discuss things with, so maybe not just attraction at first sight. Not
So
really
the
love.
three of them they follow me now.
But yes,
Well, you did make sense.
yes, it makes sense. Yeah, so love at first sight could be seen as attraction at first sight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good way to stop. So today we've been told that you should love with your heart,
And
and think
think
with
with
your
your
head. When you're planning for a marriage, Don't plan for the wedding ceremony and then just for the clouds, for social media, for people to follow you, to love you, and then you enter the marriage and tomorrow we are seeing you in court. No. Stay
and then you say
decide.
Respect our privacy.
Yes, so.
And then when you come to social media, you will tell us to respect.
Now you cannot come to social media.
Because we are your online in-laws. We will judge and we will decide whether you are wrong or you are right. So stay in marriage, believe in love, act and think with your heart and your mind. Let love lead. Okay? So my name is Otobong Billy and this is FLON Vibes. Make sure you please drop a comment on below this video. Follow us on all social media platforms. FLON Vibes. Go to Facebook, go to YouTube, go to Twitter, now X, and follow us. Keep following us, like our videos, and you'll be happy.
I just see your face, your hair, your mouth. As you just I don't know why it's that love at first. All right, it has been an interesting time with you guys out there. Of course, it's always a delight holding out here with you, and then trying to ensure that you're educated, you're entertained, and you're informed. And you can only have that here on the show, FLON Vibes, the naked truth. Take it away until we come your way next episodes.
Please, love with your heart, think with your head. See you next time.
So now maybe God picking, and of course this is not FLON Vibes, and we say this now where we always tell you the truth as the matter be. So if you love, I beg, be careful. And then for those of you where there's so big about Valentine, try to find out what Valentine is all about and waiting they really celebrate for the Valentine. Thank you. FLON Vibes. Enjoy yourself.
I cannot believe this. Why is this car always breaking down?
Madam, go now this engine.
Don't you fix this car yesterday?
Just wait, ma check what you do.
This is totally unacceptable. Huh? What is this?
What is happening here? Madam, what's happening?
My madam moto. The car just they stress me.
This car is always breaking down.
What kind of oil do you use in this engine?
Which one be? Na normal oil na oil.
Don't tell me oil na oil. Haven't you heard of Hyundai Exter engine oil?
You know what?
Hyundai Exter engine oil is the latest oil that solves the problem of all these breakdown, break-up, everything. Gini oil that you are having.
Is this the oil we're talking about?
This is the oil! Hyundai Exter engine oil. Good for old cars, new cars. In fact, it gives engine long life and prosperity.
Thank you.
Get these people number.
Thank you.
They suffer me.
This is my car.
Call them.
Don't know anything.
Now they spoil mechanic work.
Hyundai Exter oil. Oil pass oil.